Racism, poverty, traffic, pollution. In the world, there are so many countries with problems. It seems like every country and every person is filled with problems. So, who has the solutions? To answer that question, I decided to put my pride aside and go learn from a country that has the same problems as all of us, but has managed to find solutions. Because this is the incredible story of the almost perfect country of Singapore! In Singapore, many races live. The Indians, the Malay, Chinese, and Eurasians. And because people of different races might disagree and hate each other, Singapore forced all of them to live together in buildings on top of each other, next to each other. So instead of enemies, they are neighbors. And because of this, Singapore built a racial harmony that many countries don't have. Traffic. Many countries also suffer from traffic. It's the worst. In Singapore, they had traffic until they fixed it. In Singapore, they limited the number of cars on the road. The number of cars total in the entire country cannot increase. Many people, instead of cars, take public transportation, and very few people are stuck in traffic. Pollution is another environmental problem. Landfills look and smell disgusting in many countries, but in Singapore, they do not. Because they take their trash, they burn it, filter out the smoke, collect the ashes, and dump them underwater in a man-made island. Instead of this, the island looks like this. Their trash island is so clean, it looks like a resort. Another problem is fresh water. So much of it is wasted. But not in Singapore. These guys built an entire system that takes their poo and pee water, you know, this, and turns into clean water that humans can drink. And when you drink water that used to be poo, you realize water should never ever be wasted again. When I saw the way they build and do things, from water systems to airports to buildings to gardens, I was amazed. Because all of the problems above, they solved in 53 years since they gained independence. And you didn't hear that from me. You heard it from the Prime Minister himself.
Hi, I'm the Prime Minister. This is what we have been building in Singapore for 53 years, and we'll be building it for many more years to come.
Don't get me wrong. Singapore still has a lot of problems with no solutions that I know of. They too suffer from inequality, high prices, and tight security. Many elderly people still can't afford to retire. Many imported foreign workers are very low paid, and the government can be too restrictive. Even gum is illegal. Singapore has many problems, but unlike many, they are trying to fix them. That's why their passport is the strongest, their seaport is the second busiest, water is the cleanest, airport is the greatest, landfills are the prettiest, and people are the friendliest. I arrived in Singapore saying I hate Singapore! Because I was jealous. But now I'm leaving Singapore saying I love Singapore because there's a lot we can learn from them. If they can solve so many problems in only 53 years, then why can't we?